Welcome to the Rise and Grind Workshop. If you're new here, my name is Ryan, and what do we have here? That's right, it's going to be another ultimate unboxing. However, this time it's going to be a little different. I want to give a big thank you to each and every single one of you that have subscribed to this channel and watched all of my content. Our growth and these opportunities would not be possible without each and every one of you. All right, now that I have everybody buttered up, if you guys are a longtime follower of this channel, you know we started out with a bunch of how-to videos on our CNC machine. We then moved on over into the laser engraving community. I've now seen a massive need for something like this. You guys know I'm all about the budget out there, and I've been wanting to break into the UV printing world for quite some time, and the reality is those machines are going to start at about $30,000 to $40,000, and that's just for one of your small entry-level machines. Now, when it comes to UV flatbed printers, unfortunately over the years, the prices on these units have not really come down to be affordable like CO2 laser engravers or something like a CNC router. That's probably why it's taken so long for me to jump into the UV printing arena. Once I started that same research process into the UV flatbed printer world, it became apparent there really was no budget affordable UV printer out there of any quality. Now, if I was the type of person that just went with the grain and didn't do my own research, I never would have come across Jay's Printer Parts and these RefineColor UV flatbed printers. Now, one thing I want to make really clear, since we use the word affordable and or budget, that does not decrease the value or the quality of this product. And later on in the video, you guys are going to see exactly why this is an incredible value for what you get and a great opportunity to get your feet wet, get inside the UV flatbed printer market, not go in debt, and really see if you can build up an audience for something like this. Now, if you clicked on that thumbnail and you're sitting here watching me talk right now, you obviously must have some interest in obtaining a UV printer or at least learning a little bit about it. So let's go ahead and dive right into this. The amazing brothers over at Jay's Printer Parts, Jay and Matt, I want to give them a big thank you for sending this unit out here for us to test at the Rise and Grind Workshop. As most of you know, here at the Rise and Grind Workshop, this year we're focusing on helping you guys scale up and start getting higher profit margins on the products that you sell. One of the ways that you're going to do that is by stepping outside of your comfort zone and exploring some different industries and markets. I'm new to the flatbed UV printing industry. However, coming from a CNC laser background and a CNC router background, there's a massive market for me to merge this UV printer into the world of Leatherette and the CNC routers along with Rotary Attachments. So I'm super happy and excited to announce that inside of this crate is the RefineColor ZZ2C. This is a flatbed UV printer, and this is going to be about a 13-inch by 24-inch flatbed printing area. It has a vacuum table, and this is a 2-print head version. You'll be able to put the clear varnish on top of this after you lay down that color. So by the time you finish watching this ultimate unboxing video, you're going to know exactly what to expect once this item gets shipped out, delivered to you, how to get this thing unboxed and onto your workstation. Let's go ahead and dive right into this. So as you can tell, this ZZ2C came in a large crate, and this is what you call an LTL delivery. And as you can see right here on the screen, a very medium-sized delivery truck arrived at my residential residence. They dropped it down on a lift gate, had a nice hydraulic-powered pallet jack, and just wheeled that right into my garage. And according to the website and my shipping paperwork, the crate weighs approximately 250 pounds. So here we go with pro tip number 1. Once you've placed your order, Jay's Printer Parts is going to have to sub this out to a freight company, and you're going to be at the mercy of whichever freight company delivers this to you. And here's your official warning. As somebody who receives multiple freight deliveries a year from all different freight companies, they all suck. They're going to drive you crazy. That's just the reality, so please get yourself in that mindset and prepare for that, and you won't be frustrated. So with that being said, once Jay's sends out this printer, it's not their responsibility. I would highly recommend you grab that tracking number, pay attention to where the tracking information is. For this type of delivery, the dispatch center reached out to me and we set a date and time that worked for me, and then they gave me a notification prior to their arrival. It was an outstanding, simple, and easy delivery process. All right, it would not be an ultimate unboxing if you did not know the exact dimensions of this crate. So starting out, we're at 38.5 inches wide. Our depth is going to be 35.25, and our height from the floor to the top, 32 inches. Now this might be something new because on my last 2 deliveries, I've noticed we've got some latches and we have some hinges on the back side of here. I personally don't love that because people can just open this thing up and look inside of here. There's no locks on it. I'm sure this has something to do with regulations of some sort. Now, one positive side for you, the receiver of an item like this, you now have access to this lid. You can go ahead and open that up and look inside the container to see if there's any damage to your machine. Right then and there is when you're going to need to decide whether you want to accept delivery or not. If you sign and you take delivery of that package, it's now going to be up to you and the manufacturer or the seller of that product to remedy the situation, and you kind of know how that goes. If there's a major issue, I would highly recommend you consider sending that back to the shipper. Now, if this thing arrives and you don't have the option to open this thing up and look inside of it, you technically have the right to look inside of this package before you sign for a freight delivery. And I should also mention, these delivery drivers are only required for what's called curbside drop-off. So do your best effort to clear a path for the gentleman if you want him to set it inside of your garage or maybe on the side of your house. Me personally, I always like to keep some hot chocolate, some coffee, soda, snacks, etc. And I always offer these people some type of refreshment or snack because they're out there grinding, doing hard work, delivering these packages to us. So a little courtesy goes a long ways. We're going to get to the unboxing, but with Porch Pirates, we just got a notification we had a delivery. And would you look at that? We got our second Bamboo Lab 3D printer. This is our A1 Mini. We have an A1 combo. Absolutely love it. Why am I bringing this up? Because guess what? What's inside this box? We're going to be using this and this in future videos. So now might be a great time to make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss that content. Let's get to unboxing this thing. No! Now with the lid removed, you've got 4 brackets at all 4 corners with Phillips. Do not forget to remove those. So now with the top off, you can see the contents inside of this freight container, and depending on what you ordered at time of purchase, yours might look a little different inside. The main component we're looking for is right here, the ZZ2C UV printer, and you can see this has been secured in here and very well protected. We got a couple different boxes here on the outside. We're gonna start extracting these items out of that box and going over what they are. One of the things that I'm really excited for this unit, my wife has been here for all of my unboxings, and she does like playing with the lasers. This is the first item I've actually seen a good twinkle in her eye, and she's been encouraging me to get this thing unboxed and up here on the table so she can start using it right away. So just being fully transparent, when I was first looking into these UV printers, I really wanted to do full color printing on our leatherette sheets. You guys know we do a lot of leather patch hats here in the Rise and Grind workshop. One thing I had no idea that a UV flatbed printer could do was make some nice high quality UV printed stickers. So we of course opted to get the Laminator. This is an optional accessory. You don't have to buy this at the time of purchase, but I knew here at the Rise and Grind workshop, I absolutely wanted the Laminator. I want to learn how to use this, and I want to show you guys how to use this Laminator. So I'm really excited for this. Next up in this box, we got a set of hard and soft inks. Again, this is something I learned. When you're wanting to do something that's flexible like Leatherette, they have what's called a soft ink, and even though that's going to cure instantly with that UV light, it's going to be flexible for you, so it's not going to crack the instant you put some flex in some material. With that being said, you can't just use soft ink on every application, so they do have a set of hard inks, and I know you're already thinking, well, isn't that a pain in the butt to be changing between the hard and the soft inks? They do have a solution for that, and that's something that we're going to cover in the future videos as well. That is not an issue. Next up, I really appreciate Matt over there at Jay's Printers. He has marked everything on these boxes for me. So this is a spare parts box. Every printer gets a box like this. So there you go. When you guys order one of these printers, they're going to supply you with a bunch of common spare parts. Very cool. This is what they call their A film. I have done some research, and I believe there's an A film and a B film. So I will be doing a video on all the differences, and actually part 2 will cover all of that. So he did hook me up with a set of A film roll, and this is going to be so that you can make the stickers. This is going to be like your transfer tape. You got to print on this. So that is everything that I see here on the perimeter. We're now going to go ahead and get our hammer and crowbar and start to delicately, keyword, delicately remove the sides and the fronts of this printer so we could get it up on our work surface. So as luck would have it, when you get one shot, I forgot to hit the record button. We're using a hammer and a small little crowbar. There is a little bit of room on the sides here if you need to give it a little love tap. I'm just giving you a disclaimer. Take your time. There's not a lot of room inside of this crate. Being nailed in is a little bit more difficult. Clearly, don't impale yourself with this sweet torture device. So go ahead and remove your foam packaging out of here. They did a great job with that so the sides weren't smashing into it. Now with the sides off, down here on the back side, I do see that they ran a stringer across from the front to the back. That gives some real good rigidity so that these pieces of ply are not flopping into this printer. They did have foam inserts on both sides here to protect the machine. So they've done a very good job with the packaging. So let's go ahead and get these front and back pieces off. It sure seems like I say this in every single video, but man, I don't know about you guys, I'm super excited to finish getting this thing unwrapped, up on that work table, and making some prints. Now, the really neat thing about having the opportunity to unbox a bunch of different machines from all different manufacturers, at the end of the day, this is considered a budget UV printer. This is on the lower end of the spectrum, and I'm gonna tell you right now, the fit and finish so far that I see on it is outstanding, and the crating job that they've done on this is better than some of the more high-end units that I've received in my shop. So I am really liking the quality and care that I'm seeing so far, and I haven't even gotten to use the thing yet. So it's pretty obvious we need to get this flatbed UV printer up here on this table. The weight, according to the manufacturer for this printer, is about 140 pounds. And once again, I have drugged my poor wife out here to the workshop, and she's gonna help assist me get this up here on the table. I think we can handle it. What do you think?
Give it a shot.
All right, here we go. Right here. Well, again, as luck would have it, the 5-year-old struck. We've come down with the sickness, so we're powering out this video for you guys. Here is your first look at the RefineColor ZZ2C flatbed printer by Jay's Printers Parts. Now that we have the flatbed printer up here on the work surface, let's go ahead and walk around it and get you some final measurements. Let's start with the overall width, and we're gonna go from the farthest outside point to the farthest outside point, and that is 31 inches. The overall height is going to come in at 25.5 inches. From the very front of the machine to the very back side of this unit right here, you're at about 34 to 35 inches. So a big thank you to Matt and Jay for sending out this RefineColor ZZ2C flatbed UV printer. I think this is really going to open some new doors and opportunities for makers. And like always, guys, if you gained any value out of this video here at the Rise and Grind Workshop, our sponsors and myself are always trying to give you guys discounts. Make sure you go check out the Jay's Printer Parts website and put in code RISENGRIND. They are always giving out some freebies. That really helps us out here at the Rise and Grind Workshop and allows us to keep creating UV printing videos for the future. I really don't think you're going to be disappointed with the print quality you get out of this machine. It might not be quite as fast as some of the $40,000 machines out there, but guys, for the price point, you can't go wrong. This is going to help you get your feet wet, test that market, and see if you have an aptitude for UV printing. And the good news, by the time you guys are watching this video, we are already currently filming the ultimate overview, setup, and the first test print. Thanks again for watching, guys. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss the ultimate setup, overview, and first test print. And I always encourage you to drop a comment below with topics you want me to cover. I try to make these videos for you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next video.